Good evening and welcome. Good evening and welcome to the Formula Racing League on Assetto Corsa Competizione, round 2 of this GT4 Group 1 season. Takes us to Oulton Park, and we're not going to have just the one race happening. We've got two being staged for this evening, so plenty of opportunity to see how these drivers get on. You can see we've just begun qualifying now for the 15-minute session to decide the grid for the first race of the day. I'll just turn the volume down on so you can see Cooper in the number 101 Mercedes. How will he get on in qualifying here? Cooper looking to put his car on pole position for the first race of the night. And if you've just joined us, we do welcome you. So we're just watching Cooper coming through. See, coming towards the hairpin. There's a few cars these coming up towards. We should be okay from here on to the end of the lap. Coming out of the chicane there. So what is this lap time going to be here for Cooper, I wonder? And Cooper coming over the line, supposed to 1:45.4, and it's good enough to put him up to 4th position at the moment. Only 4 drivers have set lap times so far. Chris is the fastest of all. There is Chica in the BMW as he comes towards the line now. It's a 1 minute 45.9, which puts him, just looking to see where he is. He's 9th at the moment now. There's Timmy Blunder coming over the line, and he goes up to 5th. There is the McLaren of Marek Mariola coming on through D Elite and onto the pit straight. And it's going to be, well, it's just done an outlap actually, so we should see him going on lap. We'll go on board with Rage Hunter and see how he is getting on at the moment. This is his first lap of the qualifying session. Less than 10 minutes to go. If you have just joined us as well, we do welcome you. Do feel free to get involved in the live chat. Xander Race is saying good luck to everyone racing. Wanted to race, but I couldn't find the server, and nobody gave me the PW password, I think that is. And I've just seen Rage Hunter go off the track, and his lap time has been ruined, so we'll come away from him. Now Hutch is one of those yet to post a lap time of any sort. Let's see what time he posts here. He does not. I think it's just starting a flying lap now. Here's Omroz. Coming through in the BMW. Going through the Shell Oils corner. Into Britain's. And then through Hilltop, and there's the Hislops chicane, followed by the right-hander of Knickerbrook. Now, last week, Cadee, who unfortunately is not going to be able to be around tonight, which is a shame. Hopefully we'll see him back for next week. And I think that's Omroz just pulling off the track there, so he knows that his qualifying effort is ruined. Just looking to see who is on a flying lap. Go on board with GTJ, who's on an improvement so far. He's just going through Druids now. There is a right-hander of Lodge coming up for him. Now, his previous best lap was a 144.1. His best lap has been a 144.7, so I'd like to think he's going to improve this time around. There he goes, 5th fastest with that lap he's just posted. So a fine effort there from the Mercedes pilot. So GTJ going for another lap. We'll go to another driver to see how he's going on. There's a yellow flag somewhere. That seems to have cleared very quickly. Freeman, currently P2 on a 1:43.9. Half a second up from the 4, so it's looking good for him too. Well, I say it was going to be looking good. His lap time's already been invalidated, so we'll come away from him. GTJ coming through in Mercedes. Doing very well on this lap actually, 3/10 up. He's lost a bit of time actually coming out of Knickerbrook. Pulling to the outside for Druids. GTJ through Lodge OK. This looks set for a big improvement here. And he goes up to 4th place with that time, 1:44.0. Which is good enough to see them put there. 4/10 off pole position. Yeah, traffic is trying to get through. Just look to see who else is on a flying lap. We've got the number 999 going through the last turn. Let's see how Simon is getting on. He's just beginning another fast lap, actually, so we'll come away from him. So Onro's the only driver yet to post a lap time so far in this qualifying session. And it's not looking like a really fast one at the moment. There are 2 races, of which these GT4 cars will be doing tonight in Group 1, both of which will be 30 minutes. No mandatory pit stops involved, so it'll be pretty much sprints from lights out to the checker flag. So Onro's looking good to get his first time on the board. He runs wide at Lodge. Up the hill through Deer Leap. It's a 1:45.8, and it's only good enough to put him in 14th position. So just looking to see how America's getting on. Going into Lodge now. Oh, he's outbraked himself, and that will cost him a lot of time. No, Precis has been held up, so we may as well come away from him. How is Timmy Blunder getting on this one? He's not improving either. Now Onro's, who's on another lap in the BMW. And towards the right-hander of Druids. Runs a little bit wide on the exit there, so it'll cost him some speed on the exit. Yeah, he's losing too much time, but let's see if he can make it up in the last braking zone of the lap. It was much better than last time. He's definitely on for improvement here. And he goes up to 13th with that one. There is Cooper. Now what? Last week Cooper ended the race at the back of the field. We're hoping for better luck here. Cooper over the line. Does he improve his time? He does, and he goes up to 11th. Improved by nearly 0.2 with that one. Here's Merrick. He didn't quite get the exit out of the right-hander of Lodge that he wanted to have done, and so he backs out of this one and parks the car before he makes his way back to the garage. Here's Marty. Now Marty wasn't around last week. Does not improve his time on that occasion. Here's Des Parker, who crossed over the line at a disappointing 15th place at Donington 7 days ago. He does not improve his time. We're into the last 40 seconds, so anyone on a fast lap will be able to complete it. And that's Onro's going off track, so he will not be improving his time on that occasion. Cooper, exiting Druids. 4 tenths up from before by this stage, so He just needs to get this last braking zone right here. Very nice use of the curbs. Not too bad of an exit. 3.5 tenths up, and he goes P11 with that one. So Cooper's qualifying session has put him in 11th spot at the moment. Christie's is he on a lap at the moment? I'm not too sure, actually. We'll see how Christie's gets on here. I'm looking at the timing pages. Unbelievably, Christie's was not fastest in any of the 3 sectors, but yet his time was still good enough to put him on pole position. Simon fastest in sector 1. Rage Hunter fastest in sector 2, and Will Freeman fastest in sector 3. Well, there is Rage Hunter, I should say. I don't think he's on a fast lap. That's Parker's just crossed the line. And Ross has just gone with a little bit of lawn mowing there on the exit of Druids. Now, Rage Hunter currently P7 on a 1:44.1. So that time is about to produce. I don't think it's going to be enough to improve his position, to be honest. So there's your grid then. Crevies, I should say, on pole position for the first race of tonight, with Simon on the front row next to him, and it's Will Freeman, Timmy Blonder, GTJ, and Marty next behind. Rage Hunter, Error, Cheese Monkey, and Daz Parker running out the top 10. Cooper and Chica will line up on row 6 next to each other. Omroz and Hutch are next, with Rodney and Mariola making up the 16-car grid. So we should get started here in around about 30 seconds time. Drivers will be going off to do a formation lap. So here we go then. All the cars are together now. And so I would think, now is this going to be a standing start, or will it be just a basic formation lap, and it'll be a rolling start for these GT4s? Well, there is Christie's at the head of the pack. So looking at the scores, after one race, Kadee, who isn't racing tonight, leads by 4 points over Simon, and Will Freeman in third on 32. from what I've been informed, is that the top 3 from the first race will not qualify for the second race and will start in the back 3 positions, which will make things interesting for race 2. I'm looking at the calendar as to where the GT4 Thursday series will be going to. So after the couple of races at Oulton Park, we'll go to Brands Hatch and then Lagoon Saker on the 25th of November. Misano is next, followed by Imola, which is set to be a 90-minute double points round, with Kylie on the 16th, Bathurst on the 6th of January, Paul Ricard on the 13th, and Barcelona hosting 2 races to round off the season. While all the cars are lined up on the grid, and I believe they have gone off on their formation lap, so it will be a roll-in start, just as it was at Donington a week ago. And I'm not expecting any rain for today's race, so Chris will be hoping to go better here than he did so at Donington. I think in terms of the lap times we saw, I would think it's going to be around about a 17 or 18 lap race. There are all the cars coming towards the chicane that is known as Britain's. No mandatory pit stop involved in this one. 30 minutes sprint from lights to flag. Oulton Park, located in the county of Cheshire. The drivers are raring to go. So will he lead the field into turn 1? I don't want to leave it for too long before we do go green here. So Chrissy's in the Chevrolet, and he's not gone yet though. I thought he was going to. And it has started now, and we're underway.
Green light, go, go, go.
So Chrissy's leads into turn 1, and we've got Simon in second place as he looks to hold off Freeman in third position. There's one of the cars going spinning round there. Who is that? Is that one of the Ginettas that spun round? It is. It's Cheese Monkey who's gone for a spin, so he's fallen to the back. Now the leaderboard won't update until the drivers go past the first sector. So Chrissy's still in the race lead, with Simon in second. And then we've got Freeman, Timmy Blunder, GTJ, and it's Marty ahead of Error and Rage Hunter, Daz Parker and Cooper running out your top 10. Just looking to see what's happening further down the field as Error looks to make a move on Marty going into Britain's in the fight for 6th place. And now the exit coming out of that. As we watch Rage Hunter closing in. Oh, and that's another. Is that a BMW going for a spin? It's Chico who's gone for a spin this time. And he falls to last place after that one. So Chris coming through Druids. He's got a healthy cushion for Simon in P2. Will Freeman, Timmy Blunder, GTJ, and Marty still nose to tail as we watch the yellow liveried Aston Martin of Error closing up behind. And now they end the first lap in single file. Just looking to see if there's anyone making a move at the moment. Well, there's Cooper there who's gone for a spin in the Mercedes AMG, so he's got a lot of work to do from there. So Chris' gap is 1.9 seconds over Simon, who's trailing. And then we've got Freeman in third place, 3.6 seconds behind the race leader. Just looking to see further behind us, Error looking to close in, but so is Rage Hunter as these two fight over P7. Coming down towards the chicane, otherwise known as the Hislops chicane. You can see Simon dropping back further now from Chris, who's leading out front. But is that Error trying to make a move there on Marty, who's just been passed? No, that's Rage Hunter who nearly got through on Error for 7th place. As the drivers coming into Lodge. Now we begin lap 3. Chris 2.5 seconds clear now. And looking very, very strong. There's Cheese Monkey recovering well, back up to 11th position. So 4 minutes into this race, and Chris very much in command. Simon able to claw back a couple of tenths on the margin. So they're coming to Shell Oils. Just looking at, there's Error running wide there at the hairpin, and that'll allow Rage Hunter to pull alongside. Has he done it there? He's still going side by side. He may get him coming into Britain's. And Rage Hunter makes contact, and that's Error off the racetrack. Now, has Error kept it out of the wall? I hope he has done. Yeah, he's kept the car going, and he's just waiting for the field to go past him before he does rejoin. But that's Error's chances of a decent result gone begging for him. And he rejoins down in last place. I'm just looking to say, did Error have any damage to his car? Well, there's a green light showing on him, so I don't think there is any damage. It doesn't appear to be. Someone was a Knife Cheese Monkey now up to 10th place. So the gap between Chris and Simon has increased to 2.9 seconds. Freeman a further second behind. And on lap 4 of the race now. 24 minutes to go. When the clock does reach 0, that means the race leader is on the last lap. So whatever lap the race leader will be on when the time gets to 0, the checker flag will fall the next time he crosses over the start-finish line. And Simon looking good for a podium in P2. Freeman, in fact, Simon and Freeman finished second and third last week behind Keddy. Chrissy's only managing fourth after it's been a tough time in the race where he had a coming together with someone that one of the hairpins at Donington. Well, Freeman's right behind Simon now as he looks to make a move, as Parker looks to do the same on Rage Hunter. Freeman behind Simon and in lap 4. You can see a battle going on here as Onroz looks to put Des Parker under pressure, but now G's Monkey's got alongside, runs out onto the grass and the curb. And he should be able to complete a switchback on him here, and he goes past. So Cheese Monkey through into 9th place behind Des Parker. There's Freeman right behind Simon now in the battle for P2. Freeman looking to get a move done here as they both come towards Druids. So Freeman still going after the BMW in the fight for second. Oh, that's blunder going off track. Hitting the polystyrene boards, and surely he must have picked up damage by touching the wall there. He may seem to have got away with that one, so he'll be able to continue, but he's lost the position to GTJ. Rage Hunter in 9th place, Cheese Monkeys 8th, behind Des Parker. Yeah, good. Cheese Monkey. And now they come towards Shell Oils. It's non-camber right-hander. So Cheese Monkey all over the back. Des Parker in the fight for 7th place. Cheese Monkey not able to get through that time. And there's a yellow flag somewhere. Not sure what that is all about. We'll find out and see where that is happening. It's down at the Shell Oils hairpin. Now, who has gone off there, I wonder? And it looks like Rodney's the one. Oh, he's got damage. You can see the bonnet just taking quite a dent. Yeah, he'll need to come back to the pits with that. So Rodney, who wasn't involved last week, having a tough first race of the evening. It could well be a retirement for him unless he decides to just carry on and get some points. Providing you do finish, you do get points. Freeman all over the back of Simon still in the fight for P2. All of this has allowed Proceeds to shoot off into the distance. 6.8 seconds is the gap between himself and the fight for second place. Freeman behind Simon in the battle for P2. Freeman half a second behind Simon as they go through Druids. As does Parker in 9th place ahead of behind Rage Hunter. And it looks like Rodney has decided to pull into the pit lane. And is this going to be his race over, or is he going to carry on and get some points? So the McLaren behind the BMW. We've just seen Freeman drop back from Simon now, and GTJ has closed in on him. So Hutch in 13th position, ahead of Mariola and Error. And Rodney is still in the pits at the moment. Chrissy's continuing on his way now. The gap over Simon has increased, so it's now 7.1 seconds. I think Rodney has continued in the race, just looking to see where he is. Look, there he is. We're coming up to the halfway point in this one now. Sees out in front, and further behind is Marty in 6th position, who has a fan on his side tonight.
You're at the halfway mark. Keep pushing.
There's the number 82 Mercedes AMG of GTJ behind the McLaren Freeman in the fight for the final podium spot. And Cassis is coming into the pits. Now, what's this all about? Is he low on fuel? Now, the rules state that you don't need to make a tyre change or change your fuel. Now, unless he's run out of fuel or something like that. Can't think why he's decided to come into the pits now. But he's out on his way. He's come out in 9th position by the looks of things. So Chris has got a lot of work to do between now and the checkered flag. There is no mandatory pit stops for tonight. So pushes That allows Cheese Monkey up into 6th place. And there's Chrissy's all over the back of Omros. Chrissy's behind the Aston Martin. Or the BMW, I should say, my apologies. Up the inside. Oh, they made contact! Chrissy's nearly going off the track. Omros going onto the grass. And Chrissy's will be back for more after that one. And there's Hutch in the sister Chevrolet. You can see there's damage to the bonnet. It looks like Hutch is just weaving round, really. So Simon leads. And what about Chrissy's? He's right behind Omros now. He wants to get ahead as soon as he can. Because he's still behind Omros, as this is losing him all the time. He needs to go after the leaders here. God, good exit coming out of... Oh, he got on the grass though. Keep it out of the barrier, Chrissy's. Oh, he nearly took out Daz Parker as well. So he didn't quite go into the barrier there, did Chrissy's. And he's calling it a day. That's him out. So Chrissy's retires from the race, it seems. He goes no further. Hutch also in the pits for repairs. And he's out, the bonnet is fixed, and he will join what should be 14th place once he goes past Chrissy's. There's Marty in 5th place behind Blunder as these two come towards Hislops. Marty not able to make a move at the moment in the number 226. .2 seconds is the gap between Simon in the lead and Freeman in 2nd place. So there's Mr. Error in 13th place behind Mariola. So less than 9 minutes remaining. Simon in front, on course for victory. Ahead of Freeman, it's GTJ with Timmy Blunder, Marty, Cheese Monkey, who's in 6th place. Rage Hunter, Omros, Daz Parker, and Chica. Your top 10 so far in that order. Here's an interesting battle here, look. This is between Tim Blunder and Marty fighting over 4th place. Now, has Marty got through? Not yet. And now he's got Cheese Monkey all over the back of him. So I need to watch his mirrors as well. So Marty looking good as Cheese Monkey closes in behind in the Ginetta. And here we go, look, side by side, and that's Marty through. Or has he? Because Tim Bond is still on the inside coming out of Lodge. And now Cheese Monkey's alongside the BMW as they go onto the pit straight. But Cheese Monkey's not quite alongside enough to have a go into turn 1. Or does he dare to try and go into turn 1? Well, it wasn't going to work that time around. And all this battling is allowing Rage Hunter to get back in the action. Now, can Cheese Monkey have a go here into the Shell Oils hairpin? No way through there. So we're on that 14. Simon looking very, very good for the victory. Up from 1.9 seconds ahead of Friedman. And now Cheese Monkey looking to get alongside the BMW of Marty as they approach Hislops. There's still no way through for the Ginetta. Up the hill they come. There's a white flag there. That must indicate there's a slow moving car as they come across. There's 14 laps done for the race leader. I would say he's got 4 laps to go in this race. The battle for 4 still raging on at the moment, which could be a 4-way fight to see who will finish in 4th place. Cheese Monkey thinking about a move there into the left-hander of Cascades. Wasn't able to complete the move. There's Cheese Monkey distracting Marty there. He's down the inside. Is Cheese Monkey through? I think he is this time, and he is through. So Cheese Monkey through up into 5th place. Remember, he was at the back of the field after turn 1 on the opening lap, and this is some recovery drive from the Ginetta driver who had finished last week's race at Donington in the same position as well. So Cheese Monkey looking very good for another top 5 finish. Could make it even better for himself and close in on Timmy Blunder to move up into 4th position. Four minutes remaining. And the gap between Simon and Freeman cut down to 1.4 seconds at the end of sector 2. What's the gap now over the line? It's higher than that, I think. It's 1.5. So Simon able to stretch the margin back up by a tenth. And there's a battle for 8th place between Omroz and Daz Parker. Omroz not getting the best of exits, and that is going to allow Parker to close back in on him on the pit straight. This has been a fine effort from the race leader, from Simon. Marty in 6th place. So has to settle for that. Cheese Monkey once more though. We're closing a little bit now on the Mercedes of Timmy. Now the lap is run about 1 minute 45 seconds for these cars. So by the time Simon does cross the line, he'll have 2 more laps to do. And Cheese Monkey pulls to the outside as the Mercedes and the Ginetta come into lodge. Cheese Monkey looking to complete the switcheroo as they go onto the pit straight. And I think Monkey, is he going to be alongside enough to move up into 4th place? The answer to that question is no, he can't, because they come together. Contact made between the Mercedes and the Ginetta, and that has allowed Marty and Rage Hunter through. So Marty up to 4th place after that, Rage Hunter up to 5th. I think Timmy Blunder, is he still ahead of Cheese Monkey after that? No, he's behind him. So Timmy Blunder losing 3 positions in one swoop there. And he won't be 2 places now. He's just gone for a little bit of lawn mowing there. Getting too carried away now. So just keep the car on track, Timmy, and just get to the checkered flag now. So Marty now up into 4th place. Monkey desperate to get back into that position by passing Rage Hunter, and he does so. So Cheese Monkey fighting back, not giving up. Freeman's, oh, is that a spin there? Oh, that's Marty going off track, and that's allowed Cheese Monkey through into 4th place. So Marty going off at Hislops, and he makes contact there with Timmy Blunder. Keep it steady, boys. You've got 1 more lap to go after this one. They're going side by side. Druids is the next real turning point. And Cheese Monkey through into 4th place without a problem there.
Right, man. Leader is on the final lap. Give it all you can.
Simon on his last lap. Freeman has got the gap down, but I don't think he's going to do enough to deprive him of the victory here. And the clock reaches 0 now. So Simon will cross over the line and take the checkered flag, but will he come away as the race victor? And who's going to finish 4th out of this lot here? Well, I can tell you that Cheese Monkey's beginning to pull away from Rage Hunter. So in terms of the battle between those guys, seems to have ended now. And Freeman doing the best he can to close in and distract Simon as best as he can. And it looks like Mariola is stuck in the pits and he's out of the race. So Mariola's race has ended. I'm not sure if he's going to be coming back into the server at all. But Simon has got Lodge to get through now, and he'll win the first race of the night. And by doing so, he will lead the championship going into the second race that is coming up very, very shortly. So Simon coming through dearly to win the first race here at Oulton Park in Group 1 GT4 in the Formula Racing League. Very well done to him. Freeman comes in 2nd place, less than 9 tenths behind, with GTJ in 3rd. Cheese Monkey will hold off Rage Hunter in the Ginetta for 4th place. Rage Hunter 5th. Marty will be disappointed with his 6th place. He will not be very happy with that. And Timmy Blunder will be P7. Omroz will finish ahead of Daz Parker for 8th. Parker 9th of Chica on his own there in 10th place, but at least he still gets some points on the board. You do finish these races, you do score points, no matter where you finish. There is Cooper. He'll be in 11th position, which is better than where he ended up last week. So a fine finish for him. Errol will be 12th. Hutch 13th. Rodney 14th. Chris Ease, I don't think he's going to be entitled for points. But Simon wins the first race of the evening for BMW. And just look to see which team it is as well that he's part of. So Simon wins with Freeman 2nd and GTJ 3rd. Those are your top 3. And just to answer my own question, Simon is part of the Reptile Racing team. So very well done to him. Well, that's race 1 done of the night. There's still 1 more to come. There'll be a qualifying session, but the top 3 finishers in race 1 will not go out in qualifying. They will start at the back, just to spice things up for the second race, which will be coming up very, very shortly. We've got qualifying coming up next, though.
Green light, go, go, go.
So qualifying begins. 7 minutes of qualifying, I would think, to determine the grid. But as I've already mentioned, the top 3 finishers of race 1, they were Simon, Freeman and GTJ. They will not go out on circuit. And it doesn't look as though that Mariola will be coming back in either, so it'll just be 15 drivers for the second race to round off the evening's action. I think we may have 16 now, actually. Has Mariola made his way back in? Yes, he has. That's good news. Well, we can just see Chrissy's going for a little bit of off-road in there. He's on his outlap anyways, Chrissy, so it won't make any difference to his lap he's about to start doing. He doesn't have long to get a fast lap in, though. Considering that the lap times we're looking at is a 1:45 and there's only 8 minutes, so I think those who are on track now, I think they're going to only have time to do 3 flying laps at most. So Chrissy starts the lap now, as he comes through the first bend. That is Old Hull. Then through the kinks of the Avenue and Denton's. And then coming up towards the left-hander of Cascades. And then down the lakeside back straight. And then the left-hander of the island bend. And then the hairpin that is known as Shell Oils. It's an on-camber corner as well. Get a nice exit and complete a switcheroo on the driver ahead. He exits out of there and comes towards the Britain's chicane. And then making his way up the hilltop back straight before he gets to Hislops. And after the chicane, as he hits the barrier there, the tyre stacks, goes to the right-hander of Knickerbrook. Up through Clay Hill and Water Tower, and then the right-hander of Druids. And then down the back straight, coming towards the last braking zone of the lap, Lodge, which follows by a small left kink of Dear Leap, and he'll be going over the line now. So what is this lap time going to be? It's a 1:42.9. That's a great lap time from Cassis. So he knows he needs to make up from that error earlier on. And he'll be very, very happy with that lap as well. Who else has set lap times? Well, Errors posted a 1:45.2. And Cooper's posted a 1:45.4. Rodney going fourth. 3.2 seconds off the pace. And Des Parker moving up to second on 1:44.5. So it's a phenomenal lap time that Cassis has posted there. Fastest in Sector 1, fastest in Sector 2, but the fastest in Sector 3 was Des Parker. There's still plenty of drivers to be setting lap times in this session though. So Cooper in the Mercedes coming over the line now. Is this going to be a better time than before? The answer to that question is no. There's Chica, there's Timmy Blonder, Rage Hunter. And looks like Omros has started the flying lap, as is Mariola. Marty moving up to second now with a 1:44.2. And Cassis was able to improve on his lap time a little bit, and now he's up to P1, or is it still in his margin ever so slightly. He's improved in the final sector. And there's Rodney in P6, and there's Chica braking for Lodge. 30 seconds to go. Chica over the line and does not get a lap put on there. The Cheese Monkey has gone through to start a lap, I think. Now, is Omros on a fast lap? I'm not 100% sure that he is, to be honest with you. He is on a flying lap. So we'll stay with him. And there's a yellow flag somewhere, which seems to have cleared already. So Omros in the BMW, 1:44.8, and that's good enough to put him fourth right there decent effort from him. Marty's improved to second, just a second off the pace, but not enough to deprive Chris of pole position. Rage Hunter and Cheese Monkey are on flying laps. Rage Hunter coming out of Druids. Does Parker over the line. Of course, for third place on the grid. Oh, and that's Rage Hunter touching the wall. We'll go to Cheese Monkey as he looks to complete this lap. Will it be a fairly good lap time? Here he comes. Cheese Monkey goes third on the grid. So that's a very nice effort from him. So once again, Chris will start on pole position with Marty alongside, this time with Cheese Monkey third, Does Parker fourth. Omros and Error make up the third row ahead of Cooper and Mariola. Rodney and Hutch ran out those who had set a lap time. Chica, Timmy Blunder, GTJ, Simon, Freeman and Rage Hunter round off the grid for race 2 of this evening. And there's still a car, I believe, out on the racetrack. Just looking to see who that could be. It's the 114 of Mariola, who's just coming into the pits now. So it was a fairly quick session, that. And now it's on to the race. How will those that finished in the top 3 in race 1 get on from the back in race 2? So the car's on the grid, so they'll go off in the formation lap, and we'll have a rolling start just like last time. This 30-minute race, likely to be 18 laps, depending how quick the leaders go. You've just joined us in the live stream. Do you get involved in the live chat? Make sure you like and subscribe as well in case you haven't already done so. So just over 2 minutes away from the start of the formation lap. It'll probably be around about at least another 3 minutes before this race does go green. So Chris will be hoping to go off the grid. He needs some good points here himself in the running for the championship. There's still a long way to go yet in the title battle anyway, but it's just good to get a good haul of points on the board at this stage of the season.
30 seconds.
Now this GT4 Group 1 of the FRL will remain in Great Britain for the next round of the championship.
20 seconds.
Which will be in Brands Hatch. There you go. They go off in their formation lap now. So Chryses going for his first win of the season. 4th in Donington last week. Non-finish in the first race of tonight's round. I have to say it's payback time. Proceeds ahead of Marty, who's done well to get up to P2 on the grid, but as I've already mentioned, keep an eye out on GTJ, Simon and Freeman coming through from the back. So the field coming up and forming 2 rows. I'll say 2 rows, rows of 2. No rain is expected, I don't think, for this race. Seeing a few lags at the moment. Hopefully that won't compromise the on-track action too much. And so the field coming through Deer Lane, or Deer Leap I should say.
Green light, go, go, go.
And we are underway with Chryses leading the field into the first turn. And it looks as though that Cheese Monkey's got through on Marty already. So Cheese Monkey already through up into 2nd place in the Ginetta. And now he's on the tail of the race leader. So Cheese Monkey doing a fine job so far. And look and see where Daz Parker is as well, as the field make their way through sector 1. So your order at the moment is that Chryses is leading with Cheese Monkey in 2nd place, followed by Omros, who's up to 3rd. Very nice start from him. Ahead of Marty in 4th, Daz Parker 5th, ahead of Era, Cooper, Chica and Mariola. Simon up to 10th already in the BMW. And that is one. Who's that there? That's the number. Is that the number 82? GTJ it is. So he's not had the best of starts to this one, unfortunately. So the man who finished 3rd in race 1 earlier on finds himself with a load of work to do from there. But remember, Cheese Monkey did a great job after spinning at the start in race 1. Recovered well to finish in 4th place. So Chryses holding off Cheese Monkey at the moment as they come around to complete the first lap of race 2 here at Oulton Park. Remember, there's no mandatory pit stops here. Chryses looking to hold on. How long can he keep Cheese Monkey behind? That is Chica, who's holding off Cooper, who I believe is behind him. And there is Simon there, look. The race winner earlier on, trying to make his way through the field. In 10th place. Where watch Mariola think about a move on Cooper in the battle over 8th position. Who's that off the track there? That is Freeman who's gone off. So Freeman making a mistake at Hislops, and he's tumbled down the order. He's now in 12th place. Has lost crucial ground. And it looks like that Cheese Monkey's through into the lead ahead of Cressy. So Cheese Monkey getting the job done before sector 2. And so we have a new race leader in Cheese Monkey, I should say. Can he keep hold of it all the way to the checker flag? Yeah, 4 minutes into the race, and just looking at the battle for the final podium position. Omros going side by side with Daz Parker, but Daz Parker making his way through before they go through the island bend. So Parker doing a good job to get himself up into 3rd place. Simon's now 8th ahead of Mariola. So he's slicing his way through the field as well. Simon still keeping in touch with the likes of Chica and Marty. There's Error in 5th place. Omros in 4th. He's lost the position to Daz Parker. And now Cressy's trying to get back through on Cheese Monkey for the race lead. He's not able to do it there. He runs out onto the curb. And Cressy's does not go for it there. And now the leader's coming around to complete lap 3 of the race. And it looks like someone's gone off the track. Is that Marty? It is. So Marty, who had finished or qualified on the front row earlier on, has gone for a spin on the exit of Lodge and has fallen way down now. Way down to 15th place. And who's that in the pits? Is that Blunder in the pits? It is. Presumably to repair the damage he sustained during the course of this one. So here's your top 2, with Cheese Monkey still in the lead. He's trying to gain time from anywhere he can to put the Ginetta under pressure. Now Blunder's still in the pits at the moment. He decides to call it a day, or is he going to choose to keep going? Simon in P7. Chica just in front of him. Oh, and that's... Who's that's gone off there? Is that Freeman again? No, it's not Cooper. Trying to recognize, it must be Mariola has gone off. Yeah, it is. He was running in 8th place before that spin, so that's him falling down the order and falling behind Rodney. So we're at the quarterway mark of this one already. Cheese Monkey's lead is 0.7 of a second. Further down, Simon's got through on Chica for 6th place. So that's another position gain for him. Next one up for him is Error. Another 3 seconds up the road. How far can Simon go here? Proceeds closes back in on Monkey. Proceeds right behind the Ginetta. So they go over the line to complete lap 5. Does Parker on his own in 3rd place. Was keeping ahead of Error. And it looks like Simon's dropped back. Has he had a spin somewhere? He must have done. Chica's gone back ahead of him. He's down to 9th place now. So I don't know where he made a mistake. But Simon has dropped back down to 9th position there. Only just ahead of Cooper. He's doing a respectable job there. There's GTJ in 11th spot. And Blunder is back in the race, albeit a lap down on the leaders. Chrysis and Cheese Monkey refusing to leave each other alone at the moment. And Chrysis thinking about a move as they come up towards it was just a glitch there. It almost looked like they were going to go straight on together. And Chrysis giving Cheese Monkey a bit of a nudge there as they come through the right-hander of Knickerbrook. So Chrysis still going after him. There's Mr. Error. Freeman's now in 6th place. Simon's leaving himself with too much to do now. Going into the final 20 minutes of this race. You see how his brakes are glowing there. I hope it's not a sign of the car or those brakes overheating. Cheese Monkey still in the race lead ahead of Chrysis. Now, how far is he able to go? There's no rain expected for this one. Wind speed of 1 kilometre per hour. This is a nail-biting contest here. These two just sticking to each other like glue. And there's a yellow flag somewhere. Someone's gone through a bit of polystyrene work. Who's that there? We'll go towards the back because someone has had a moment. Is that Rodney who's had a spin there? It's the 114, so that'll be Mariola who's had a spin around where the island bend is. It's continued. There's another yellow flag there. There's actually a lot of debris that was on the hilltop back straight. Must be from one of the polystyrene blocks, but either way, it's still not good to see. And it looks like the number 82 of GTJ has had a spin and has called it a day. So GTJ out of the race. Cheese Monkey still in the lead. Chrissy's second, Parker in third. Onrod's closing in a little bit now, with Mr. Error right there. It's Freeman and Rage Hunter, Cheeky and Simon. Dice over 8th place. Simon just getting ahead of him. No problem as they go through the first corner of the lap of Old Hull. Oh, and that's Simon going into the wall there. Tipped by the BMW of Chica. Simon will not like that one bit. You can see the bonnet of his is damaged. Cooper's through. And I think he should surely get past the BMW as well. Cooper, he's done better tonight than he did so a week ago at Donington. So Chica down to 10th place. Simon under pressure from the BMW of Simon this time. And Chrissy's still right on the gearbox of Cheese Monkey's Ginetta. 0.3 of a second it is over the line. So Crevies right on the gearbox there as they go through the island bends, nose to tail. And I think Simon might have got past, or has he just been overtaken actually? He's just been overtaken by Cooper, so Simon's down to 9th place, Cooper through up to 8th. Rage Hunter right behind Freeman in the fight for 6th place.
We are halfway through. Keep it up.
He's still giving Cheese Monkey a challenging time. Oh, he's run wide though, entering Druids. That'll cost him some time and ground to the Ginetta. And Rage Hunter will be wanting to get in front of the McLaren here as they come towards Lodge. Rage Hunter behind Freeman as they come towards Cascades. Oh, and Rage Hunter is off the track through the gravels, and he should be able to rejoin. But he's lost a lot of ground there. I hope he hasn't damaged the car by bouncing across through Cascades. But he's back on track anyway, and far enough ahead of Cooper to stay in 7th. You can see Chrissy's just almost cutting the corner there through the Britain chicane. We're on lap 10. What is expected to be an 18-lap race. And it looks like the number 82, well, the number 82 GTJ is already in the pits anyway. Simon Blondo is already a lap down on the leaders. Not too long to go now in what is the 3rd race of the season. The second being at Oulton Park. There is Onrots losing the position actually to Mr. Error, has gone through past him and does Parker. So Onrots has just lost the position as well to Freeman. So Freeman's through up into 5th place in the McLaren. Mr. Error very much on course for a podium now. She wouldn't have thought that at the beginning of tonight. It looks like Cheeks and Simon going side by side. Simon is struggling with that damage he's suffered earlier on. Can Chica get ahead of him? Now Chica on the inside, entering the island bend, and he's through past the sister BMW of Simon. I think Simon's going to struggle from here on in until the end of the race. Mariola will become closing in on him as well. He's got plenty of time to close right up and complete the move. You can see with the damage, Simon won't have as much downforce. He'll be able to use as much as those who have undamaged vehicles. The gap between Simon and Mariola as they go through sector 2 now. The gap between those two is 1.8 seconds. So Mariola closing that gap down at a rate of knots. And now Onroz has just lost the position. Oh, and that's Ray Hunter off the track. And he's gone into the wall as well. Has that damaged the BMW as he exits or rejoins the track? So there's some marks on there. That could be something for the stewards to look at later on. And Chris Ease has fallen back now from Cheese Monkey. The gap is 3.1 seconds. I think they've just like Tim Blunder again. And 10 minutes remaining. Cheese Monkey looking very good for his first win of the season. And here's Freeman behind Daz Parker now in the fight for 4th position. Freeman taking a better line than the Mercedes. And so Freeman gets past Parker for 4th place as they go past the right-hander of Lodge. So Freeman looking very good. Can he get by Error? I would say he's got around about 5 laps to go, or 6 laps to go, to catch Error and take another podium. Now Freeman's already finished on the podium earlier today and last week, so he's having a good start to the season so far. Is the McLaren driver. Now Freeman is part of the Pocket Rockets racing team alongside Mariola. Mariola now 1 second behind Simon at the end of that last lap. You can see Simon's damage there on the bonnet. Yeah, looks as though Mariola could get alongside here. Not through the island bend, but maybe into the hairpin of Shell Oils. So Mariola on the outside. Don't think he's going to be close enough to have a go, to be honest with you, but he will get a chance. He will have a chance of having a go at some point, because there's no way Simon's car will be able to get through the corners as well as he would want it to do. Mariola approaching the BMW as they go through Druids. And there's a yellow flag somewhere. Who has had a moment? It looks like the number 97 of Chica has gone for a spin on the exit of the last turn, and has fallen behind Simon and Mariola as a result of it. There's Cheese Monkey, just under 3 seconds clear of Crafis. Of Crafis, I should say. My apologies. Gap is 2.8 seconds. Crafis still keeping up, but I'm not sure if he's going to have enough time to catch Cheese Monkey unless the Ginetta driver makes a mistake somewhere. And there you can see Simon catching up to Cooper, so is Mariola. And there's Timmy Blonder staying out of the way. So 4 laps to go. Cheese Monkey will want to stamp his authority and take the championship fight to the likes of Friedman, Simon, Cadee when he comes back next week, hopefully. Just under 5 minutes remaining now. What about further behind? Well, Simon, has he got ahead of Cooper now? No, he hasn't. Cooper is still ahead of him, but look at Mariola, who's right on the gearbox of the BMW. And we go through Shell Oils. Simon just about able to hold on. Mariola's not gaining enough time. And Freeman's through past Error, so Freeman up into the podium places. That was bound to happen. I think that's because Error made a mistake that's cost him a bundle of time. Hunter's gone through as well, so Mr. Error has dropped down from the final podium position to 7th place. So Freeman, looking at where he is, he's nearly 17 seconds behind Crassis now. So Rodney, who's running in 13th place, has just gone through the Britain's chicane. And a drive-through penalty for car number 1. That is Crassis, and that'll be for chart limits. Now, as it stands, if he does not take his drive-through penalty, that'll be 30 seconds added to his time at the end of the race. And looking at where he is at the moment, he could lose as many as 4 positions. So that would promote Freeman up to 2nd, Parker to 3rd, Onros to 4th, and Rage Hunter to 5th. So Cruz needs to eke out the gap at the moment, unless he decides to come in and get that drive-through done and out of the way. So can Chryses do anything in response? I mean, to be fair, he did cut the corner, I think, at Britain's chicane enough times to the point which he warranted the penalty. Mariola still behind Simon in the fight for 9th position. Less than 2 minutes to go. We're on the penultimate lap. Next time round, the leader crosses the line. It will be the start of the final lap. And looking at the timetables there, the gap that Chryses has over the others. So Chryses with 2.7 seconds, so add 30 seconds to that would be 32.756. And yeah, he would lose 4 positions if it was to remain as it is now. And Rage Hunter tossing it out with onwards for 5th place on the road, which will become 4th once Chryses' time penalty has been applied. So the race leader, Cheese Monkey, starts the last lap now. As Rodney stays out of the way of the leaders, he knows that he's not going to make any more progress from where he is. And I think Chryses is coming in to serve his drive-through penalty. Now, I think that's wise, actually. He may not lose a position, actually. So he exits the pits now, and he's still in 2nd place. So very well done to him. I'm glad he took that, because had he not done that, he either could have been disqualified or he would have dropped 4 positions, but he still keeps hold of 2nd place. And here's Cheese Monkey on course for victory now. The 3rd different winner. It was Caddy in Donington last week. Simon in the first race of tonight, and now it's going to be Cheese Monkey, as Does Park has dropped down the order as well in the Mercedes, so I'm not sure what happened to him. So not good from his perspective, and Mr. Error just less than a couple of seconds behind him. Well, Cheese Monkey's had no problems since he took the lead a few laps after the race had started, and he's controlled it since then. 3 Druids for the last time. Coming towards Lodge for the last time. Through D-Elite for the last time. Cheese Monkey is going to cross the line to win here at Oulton Park in Group 1 GT4 in the Formula Racing League. Very, very well done to him. Excellent, excellent drive. Chryses, after taking that drive-through penalty at the end of the last lap, will come home to finish in 2nd place. He really needed that after a disappointing race 1 earlier this evening. Friedman will be 3rd after starting at the back. Very nicely done. I think he takes the lead in the championship. If not, he'll most certainly be in the reckoning for the championship. Rage Hunter will come home to finish in 4th in the BMW, with Omroz in 5th. Does Park has got Mr. Error all over the back of him, so it's going to be a drag race to the line here. But it's going to be Parker who holds on, so 6th place goes to him. Error will be 7th. There's Cooper, who's going to finish ahead of Simon. He'll be disappointed with 9th. Chica will be 10th, Marty 11th. And it looks like Mariola's got damage to his bonnet, and Timmy Blunder's just going there to unlap himself from him. Rodney will be 13th, Timmy Blunder 14th, and TGJ and Hutch did not finish the race. So, Cheese Monkey, we're very happy with that. Chris East second with Friedman, had a Rage Hunter. Onros was fifth, had a Dust Parker. Error, Cooper, Simon and Chica running out the top 10 so far. Marty and Merrick Mariola were 11th and 12th. Rodney 13th. Timmy Blunder, the last finishes in 14th and 3 laps down. GTJ and Hutch were the non-finishers. That is all for this evening. Thank you very much for joining us, folks. Next week, we go to Brands Hatch for the last of the triple headers in Great Britain. So do make sure you join us same time next week, 9 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. I'm Tom Cairns, and I'll speak to you again soon when the Formula Racing League returns.